Let's think about the words that we use. And to do that, let's have a question to just stimulate some reflection. Was Hitler more dangerous in 1914 to 18, armed with a rifle, or in the 20s and 30s, armed with a typewriter? Let's explore the power of words. We're surrounded by them. The words are just everywhere. They're spoken. They're written at the moment you're listening to my words on YouTube and on the screen in front of you. If you're looking at it, you've got words printed on there. You get words on our smartphones, got words on coming out of our TVs. We've got words in books. We've got words even printed on our clothes. People talking to us, people talking around us. So what do these words mean? Do words matter? Let's explore the power each one of us has with our words, the words we speak, the words we use in our digital communication. Let's look at how St. James explores the power of the spoken word. Listen to the pictures that he uses to show how powerful is that tiny part of our body, the tongue, the part of the body which produces words. When we put bits into the mouths of horses to make them obey us, we can turn the whole animal. Or take ships as an example. Although they are so large and are driven by strong winds, they are steered by a very small rudder wherever the pilot wants to go. Likewise, the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. Consider what a great forest is set on fire by a small spark. The tongue also is a fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole person, sets the whole course of his life on fire, and is itself set on fire by hell. The tongue, which St. James uses here as a symbol for words, the tongue, it's a very small part of the body, but its power is enormous. So never underestimate the power of words. Words we speak, the words we post on our social media. Words can change people's lives. Some words change the world. So back to Hitler. During the First World War, Adolf Hitler was armed with a rifle. When he left the army and wielded just merely words, he was infinitely more dangerous and powerful than armed with a rifle. His words changed the world. His words changed the world for the worst. His writing, speaking in private with his followers, speaking at mass meetings, speaking on the radio. There's no doubt which activity was more dangerous. Hitler armed with a rifle in the First World War was trivially insignificant compared to Hitler armed with words in the 20s, 30s and 40s. Look at the storm of violence and hatred and destruction his words unleashed on the world. His mere words, those sounds in the air spoken by this man, or just little marks on paper. The words of Hitler led to the deaths of over 50 million people in the first half of the 20th century. And words, of course, can be spoken for the good as well. Look at someone like Martin Luther King, one of the greatest speakers in the English language. His words helped to challenge racism in America and profoundly change that country for the better. But what about us and our words? Most of us aren't great orators with audiences of thousands, but that does not change the power of our words. Millions of ordinary people who no one's ever heard of bring happiness or distress every day to others by their words. Usually very small words. I love you, sorry, I don't care, go away, thank you, whatever, or I'll help you with that. Our ability to use words brings with it great responsibility. With our words, we can unleash powerful forces. We can cause people huge pain. We can bring people great joy. St. James' picture of the tongue as a very small but very powerful part of the body was a profound insight about the way we live. Our lives would all be improved enormously if we took far more care about the words that we use. Let's finish with a prayer. Heavenly Father, our tongues often get ahead of our mind and our heart. We are often quick to use thoughtless words. We are sorry for many of the words we have spoken or posted. Loving Lord, help us to see when we are about to use words without thinking. Help us to be people full of loving words, full of your Spirit, overflowing with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, and self-control. Amen.